YouTube, what is going on? Go! What the fuck you doing? Pardon my language. If you watch my MSF class video where I was talking about my whole motorcycle safety class experience, I was on my way to class in that one too. But yeah. Still here though. Yo, riding this bike is so much fun. And it's not even the danger of riding it that excites me. It's just, it's like when you're riding a bike, unlike a car has to follow certain rules. A bike doesn't have to follow that rule. Like the cars have to ride in the middle of the lane. The bike, I could ride on the left or right. It don't matter. I could zip through in between cars. Cars can't do none of that. I mean, I guess they can. Do I need gas? I don't think so. And it's like, all of this I'm doing is like effortless. Like I'm just pulling my wrist back just a little bit and I'm out. Like it's just effortless. See, I'm gonna make this light. See? A car, you would've got caught at that light. Bike, 0 to 60s is ridiculous. Yo, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. You really think about that? I was coming in too hot. I should have took 135, but this is the way I usually take in my truck, so we rocking out. Yo, you know one of the hardest things that I thought when I first started like watching motovlogging and people riding bikes is when people was talking like and motovlogging and riding a bike. Yo, it just confused me as to how somebody would have the concentration to do both. But it's actually quite easy to me, I guess, as I noticed the fuzz right there. So we ain't gonna do 90 going past them. We're gonna slow it down to a reasonable speed. But yeah, I thought it was so difficult, like just watching it, not knowing to talk and drive. Because when you first start riding, well, at least me, when I first started riding, I had to focus. Like I couldn't even listen to music. Like some people, they listen to music while they ride their motorcycle. I couldn't do none of that. I just had to focus. Oh, and getting back to the hardest parts of learning how to ride a motorcycle, I guess as a part 2 to my what should be your first bike, a 250, 300, or 600. But learning how to ride a bike The hardest part for me was learning how to switch gears. Well, actually, no, initially, the first time you know, hold the clutch and release the clutch and give it gas and learn how to manage that whole process without the bike cutting off, that was the hardest part for me. Like, you know, I was riding mountain bikes for so many years and going like really mountain biking and trailing and all of that, but I never really did like dirt biking with, you know, motorized bikes or whatever. But so my balance is good, so I wasn't really worried about my balance or anything. So it was just a matter of learning how to handle the throttle and all of that, and the clutch mainly. And then like after I first, you know, learned how to do the whole, you know, drop it in the first and go and cruise around the block a couple times. After doing that, after learning how to just ride around the block, the other hardest part was learning how to switch gears. But you know, I had this well, my brother-in-law had a friend that, you know, is nice with bikes. That's all he do is ride bikes. And so he actually took me out, took both of us out to this big parking lot, and it was like, yo, when you get here, switch to second. When you get here, switch to third. When you get here, like, he was like, just keep on going up. He was like, it's the concept that really confused me about the gears, because I never drove stick. All of my cars were automatic. So the whole switching gears and clutch process was all new to me. But once, yeah, and just understanding that concept was new. But when he was like, oh yeah, you could be in you know, fifth gear and doing 30, I was like, you can? Like, I thought it was like 0 to 60 was, I mean 0 to 30 was first gear. That's how my brain was thinking. You know, second gear was a certain speed. But no, I could be in fifth gear and doing 20. But the bike is gonna sound retarded. And I could be in first gear doing 80. But the bike is gonna sound retarded. And it's not the proper gear, so you might, you know, mess up your bike doing it like that. But yeah, that was it's just the concepts that, you know, I didn't see play out. You know, I visualized them in my head, what I thought was what, you know, one thing, but it really wasn't. And so that was like the hardest part of learning how to ride a motorcycle. But and just getting used to this wind hitting you in your chest and knowing like it doesn't matter, the wind is still gonna be there. The slow you go 40, it's gonna be there. It's not gonna be as much, but it's gonna be there. Knowing your limits though, like switch, you know, actually another hard part about it is like downshifting. It's like you get all the way up to fourth gear and you doing, you know, 50, 60, 70, whatever, and then how do you switch back down again just to slow down? If the, you know, traffic slows down, do you downshift or do you just ride out? And so, you know, like it's gonna be things that you just learn over time. But it's really not a hard process. In terms of it being dangerous, yeah, it's dangerous. Life is dangerous. You grew up in New York? That's dangerous. And so, you know, there's a lot of dangerous things out there. You smoke, that's dangerous. You mess with them dirty, you know, chicks, that's dangerous. You know, there's a lot of dangerous things out there. Put drugs in your body, that's dangerous. But you know, for me this is fun. It's a form of transportation. Because yo, like I put $10 in this a couple days ago and I'm still good. Like if I was in my truck, cause I got an F-150. If I was in the truck, yo, that's like I could easily, you know, spend $20 in 2 days on gas. But I'm not a commuter. Like my commute, you know, I'm out in Long Island. Like, it's not like I'm in Brooklyn, Queens, going to Manhattan. For those people that's watching this video, that's you know, that's not used to the city or New York City. I'm not talking about Manhattan. I'm talking about the boroughs. There's certain boroughs, depending on where you work and wherever you gotta go. There's certain boroughs that have a certain level of traffic. Like certain parts of Brooklyn, if you go into another part of Brooklyn, it might not be that much traffic, but some parts of Brooklyn is just congested beyond belief. And so, if you're from out of town, then you might not understand that. But you know, I'm from Long Island to Long Island, so you know, I ain't gotta worry about parking spots. So it's not about like, yo, I get through traffic and it's quicker, because there ain't no traffic where I'm at, or how I get to work. Going to school, yeah, it's traffic, but it's moving, so that wasn't even a factor. I was just getting it for the simple fact that it's fun, you know, and your girl like it. That's really the only reason why I got it. So she could be like, yo, can I ride? Can you ride me on the back? You're like, yeah. So you mean to tell me that you gonna let me get between your legs? Nah, I'm just fine. But yeah, we just having fun though. But you know, I would do a video of how motorcycle changed my life. But I'm more interested to do a video, since the last one was more inspirational. I want to do a video about how school changed my life. How about that? I mean, because a material item is not really going to change your life. I mean, a bike did change my life somewhat, but like going back to school actually changed my life more than this bike did, to tell you the truth. And actually it enabled me to, you know, get this bike. So, you know, just like I said in the last one, stay focused, stay with a positive mind state, and ride hard. Nah, but this is like so much fun. Like, and then the GoPro aspect of it all, it's a different element. Like, you know, when I was videotaping, when I had the Katana and I had the other one I couldn't hook a mic up to it, so I could not necessarily talk while I was riding on it. But I still got a good idea of how a GoPro would feel, you know. But when I, you know, started to doing the, you know, the first couple, like once I got the GoPro, I already had in my mindset that I was gonna do some moto vlogging, because you know, I'm watching because it's the winter time, and I'm watching, well, last winter, watching all of these moto vlogging videos, and I didn't know these exist. Like, if you don't, I don't know why you clicked on this video now, but before I got a bike, I didn't know it exists. After I got a bike, I didn't know there was people moto vlogging for real. But yo, you want to, let me tell you the funny story. Like last year, was it a year ago? Or it was more than a year ago. Y'all gonna know what I'm talking about, when the dudes from New York, the biker dudes that dude got ran over by the Range Rover. You know the whole story, right? Dude got ran over by the Range Rover, and then, you know, other bikers chased him down and broke his window, and that's all you really saw. But yo, that ride there, the ride that whoever was filming took, I was like that was like the first time I really saw that bump. Was crazy. That was the first time I really saw, like, you know, the GoPro on a bike in action, and that joint looked so, it looked so ill to me. It looks so dope, because like I put my camera in my car, in my truck. It's not the same. I don't know if it's the angle or the fact that you don't have a windshield separating you. It's just not the same at all. And so that actually made me like really want to you know, get into you know, like recording it. And then as I'm watching that, other videos start popping up, you know, and then you see people talking, and you're like, okay, let me listen to what this dude's saying. And so, you know, there's a couple names that stand out, but the difference between, like, you know, them Like most of these dudes that's popping for real, they in like Ohio and Atlanta and rural Atlanta and just like southern places, and like the scenery in New York is too totally different. Like we not just on a highway. Like every street that I take ain't a highway. Like this summer we gonna go through every single part of NYC. I already did the NYC motor vlog when I was in Manhattan, but that was only a couple blocks just to get across to the 59th Street Bridge. But we gonna do that. We gonna do the Bronx, we gonna do Brooklyn. Of course we gonna do, I actually already went through Brooklyn on one of the videos, but it was a quick video. I think I was on the M50. But you know, we gonna go through Queens, and it's not gonna be like I'm racing, but y'all gonna see, like, you know, it's a lot of New York, it's a lot of culture. You know, I might, you know, introduce y'all to, what are you doing? I might introduce y'all to some other, you know, bikers that I rock with. You know what I mean? And, you know, I might link you to their pages too if they, you know, get the GoPro thing, because not everybody's, you know, I ain't gonna say in it to do the GoPro thing, but I just happened to start out, you know, and I bought the little camera and it worked, and I was like, yo, this is fun. And it's also like a safety precaution, so if I'm always having my camera running, if I do, God forbid, get into an accident, at least I can rewind the tape and I can see what happened. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to C2W, Chase on Two Wheels. But like when he crashed that red Panigale Ducati, I know he was tight, and plus it wasn't even his. That's crazy. But yeah, like he could see what he did wrong, and you could see the other driver what they did wrong. And so if it ever comes up in court, at least you got it on video. But yeah, so yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. I just totally forgot. But it doesn't even matter, because I don't think y'all even listening. I mean, you ain't listening, but your girl listening though. She be liking my pics, and she be checking me out on Instagram. But yeah, another thing, bikes attract women. I ain't gonna get into how bikes changed my life, but yo, bikes attract women. Yo, how about this, right? Shout out to my little bro, right? But yo, I went, he was in, where he was at? He was in Southside, or you know, over there. Was it Laurelton? Nah, that was Jamaica, Queens, or whatever, right? And so I pull up to his block, like, yo, what up, boy? Yo, some chick he was with, it wasn't his girl or wifey material at all or nothing, but she was like, I want to ride. And I'm sitting there like, yo, that's so disrespectful. Young lady, how you just gonna tell me you want to ride, you want to get on my bike, and this dude right here? But my little bro know what it is. Oh, I'm running out of gas. But yeah, and then another thing, when I was like really learning how to ride, yo, chicks was just popping up out of nowhere. Like out of nowhere. Like, y'all don't believe me, but it's all good. It's all good. And it's just like they just pop up. They just be like, yo, what's up? And they just there. Like, oh, nice bike. I'm like, yeah. You want to ride my bike? You want to ride my bike, shorty? They like, yeah, I want to ride it. And I'm like, okay. Alright, well, let me get your number first. Let me, you know, let it do what it do. As Little C said in Paper Soldiers. Let me see what's up with that right there. Y'all have no idea what I'm talking about, but yo, I'm retarded. matter of fact, I'm crazy. Matter of fact, I am not crazy. I am just motorcycle crazy. Yo, I'm trying to figure out what my next bike is gonna be. And that little discussion earlier today about that ZX14, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of leaning towards that though. What y'all think about that ZX14 though? Yo, it's 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. Well, at least the 06 version was when I went to 0 to 60.com. Yo, 2.6 seconds, 0 to 60. Really? That shouldn't even be legal. But all of these bikes, yo, all of these new bikes, even the older bikes, the 2000s and up, yo, there's like all of them 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. 3.2, 2.7, 2.8. It's like fractions of a second. The difference is in between them. It's really fractions of a second. Should I go get gas tonight? Or should I just get gas next time? Yeah, I'm gonna just go home. Cause I'm tired. I had a long day. Alright, y'all.